Hello everyone, I'm back. So, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. So today, I'm going to make this bell ornament with these. Now, I know it is the end of February. I know it is not close to December. But somebody requested videos for the ornaments, or they asked if there were videos. So I figured I would make them. There's about 7 total, and then after that, I promise I will get back to jewelry making. If that's what you're here for. I like to make both, so I know I probably should be doing this like in November, but here's my thought too. They'll be there ready for somebody who, say, wants to make them for their family. Like I started making mine in August because I wanted to make the sets, and you know, it takes a while, especially if you have a big family. It's going to take a while, and or if you're going to make them for a craft fair. So they'll be out there. Sorry. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, what you're going to need is 113 4mm faceted crystal beads, which I found actually. 27 4mm faceted colored beads. I'm using blue because that's the only ones I have 4mm in right now. You're going to need 36 6mm faceted crystal and 12 8mm faceted colored. You're also going to need 9.5 feet of monofilament cord. I'm using 12 pound again, just so you know. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a piece of 8-foot cord, an 8-foot piece of cord. Oh my goodness. Then on that you're going to add one 4mm crystal bead, 2 4mm colored beads, and then you're going to crisscross through a colored bead. Am I in frame here? Sorry. Okay, so then you want to center them on your line. So here's, I pick them up by the ends. Then I put my finger here and bring them all down just like that, and then it centers itself. So that's what you should have on your thread. So from here we're going to put a 4mm crystal bead onto each thread and crisscross through a colored bead till we have 6 colored centered beads. So one of these days I'm going to remember to mark my my line here with a marker. So these are plastic. If you wanted to make it with glass, you can. Honestly, I like plastic better for Christmas ornaments because they're lighter. So try to get you in frame better. So that's after the second set of beads. So we have 3 center beads. So, yeah, I figured I would do the easier ones first. I think the snowman's a little more on the complicated side. So I think after this one I'm going to do the wreath, just so you know. One more time. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm sorry, 2 more times. So I hope everybody's doing well. This one is a little... No, it's not too bad. It's just that you're adding a bead, because you have to increase the size. Okay. One more after this, if I can grab it. Uh-oh, I lost my line. Here it is. That's why I should have it colored. So I can see it when I lose it. Because it does disappear on you. Okay. Yes, one more. And the plastic sparkles nicely. You know, with the facets, it sparkles nicely on the tree. Just so you know. And, you know, you're going to have it lit up too, so the inside of the ornament gets lit up with the Christmas tree light. That's why I should have it colored. Because I drop it a lot. Just saying. Alright, so this is our last one. Now where's my end here? Okay, so this is what it should look. This is what it should look like. You should have 3 colored beads down here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the center. So now what you're going to do, we're going to join that. So we're going to add a 4mm crystal bead onto the side with the extra colored bead. So we want to add the bead onto this side. So that would be this thread here. Then we're going to go through the first center bead, which is this, with that same line. Just like that. What that's going to do is turn it into a circle like that. And what we're going to do is add another crystal bead and crisscross between it. Crisscross between another crystal bead. Oy. All right. So this is what it should look like. Makes a nice little ring. See it? There's a hole. See the hole there? So both of your strings should come out on the side of the all crystal beads. Okay. Then from there, we're going to do an add-on row. So we're going to... Excuse me, Sam. Watch your foot. Thank you. So we're going to do an add-on row. So whichever side you like to work on better, like if you like to work going to your right, then this will be your outer, your left, the string that's on the left right now will be your outer cord. And if you like going to the left, then the thread that's on the right hand side will be your outer cord. I prefer to work from going towards the right. So now we're going to pick up two, I think this is all crystal. Behave yourself, please. Sorry. Two crystal and then crisscross through a third. Yes, I know. Just a minute, sweetie. Swish with the tail. I'm so glad that other people have cats and understand this. This whole cat thing. This whole beading buddy thing. Thank you. So, we put two beads on to your outer cord, whichever way you like to work best. That's the way, like I said, I like to work towards my right. I keep pulling out. Do you mind? Do we have to have this argument every time I do a video? Okay. So then you're going to take your cord and put it through the next bead in line, which for me is this one. And then since we already have two of the four that we need on our cord, we're just going to add another bead and then crisscross through the next. And you see, that's how we get the cat here. So quickly. Right? Yeah. It's a good thing I love you. I'm just saying. It's a good thing I love you. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh yeah, just fling those beads all over the place. Okay, so we're just going to do that all the way around. And then just in case this is the first one that you're watching, I'll show you how to join it up when we get to the other side. Right now I'm having a little bit of an issue because of my cat. What happened? Alright, I'll be back when I get to the other side. I think I'm on my last one here, so... Next to last. He left. Thank goodness. Okay, so I'm using two different brands of beads. There's the ornament pattern comes from this company. They're still in business. I giggle because, you know, like these days, it's I don't mean to giggle, it's a nervous laugh. It's a nervous thing. And I wish I could edit things, but I can't, so it's gonna have to stay in there. So, I think they sell mostly just craft supplies. I'm not sure because it's been a long time since I've actually bought anything. Okay. So, here, this is our next to the last, this is going to be our last stitch. So we're going to go into our last bead from the previous row. And then we're going to go up the side bead next to it. And then we're going to crisscross through another. Please don't tell me I got a knot. There we go. Okay. Because we already have the 3 beads there. See? 1, 2, 3. So now we just have to crisscross through the last one. Okay. And I asked the company if I can make videos, by the way. Because they are their patterns. Okay. So, now, this, I believe, is an increase row. Uh-oh, what happened there? You see that? I have no idea where that... Oh, here it is, I think. No idea where that it came from. Let's see. Okay, what happened? I think I somehow got tangled around something. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna say it anyway. Although I think this might be the bottom, but I'm not sure. I don't think it is. I think it's the top, so you're not even gonna see it. Okay, so we are going to add on to our outer cord. This row has an extra bead in each step. To do this, slip onto the outer cord 3 beads, then crisscross through a 4th bead. Now it says each step, but then it goes to 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 and then crisscross through 1. Okay, so you're in. This is an increase row. So the first one we're going to do is add on 3 to our outer cord and then crisscross through another one. So yeah, this is the top. So in the previous row, where we only added 1 bead and then crisscrossed through another, we're going to add 2 and crisscross through the next one. So yeah, this is what it's going to look like. We have a little flower design there. And then we're going to go into our next bead with our inner cord. And add 2, crisscross through the next. I'm sure he discombobulated my camera, my phone, when he jumped up here. So then instead of 4, we're going to always have 5 little segments of 5. There. See? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your inner cord and go through your the next bead of your previous row. And just continue that all the way around. It's only, I think it's another 4 times. No, actually, it should only be 3, and then we have to join the next one. Join one. That might... I don't know. I'm going to have to read up on that, how to join that. Because we're going to need the 5 beads. Maybe we just add 2. I mean, yeah, when we go to crisscross through it, I think we just add 2. Probably crisscross through both of them, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. So, try not to make these videos too long. So I'm going to pause you here to do the other 2 segments, and then I'll come back to join it. Okay, so we're here at our last bead on our previous row. So we're going to go through that bead on the previous row. Up the side bead. It's going to be wonky. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. Okay. Now, instead of crisscrossing through one, we're going to add a bead onto our outer cord and then crisscross through the bead. Because what's going to happen, we just did an increase row, so we pretty much, I think we doubled what we had. Let you know as soon as I get there and count them. Okay. So where we only had 6 beads on our previous row before, we should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So it should look like this, with this flare there. So now what we're going to do, we're just going to do a regular row. We're going to do 2 add-on rows. And then I think we're switching beads, excuse me. So we always start with 2 beads for the first one, and crisscross through a third, and then we go to 1 bead and crisscross through another one. And then we're going to do that all the way around. So when you're adding on, it's always 2 beads and then crisscross through the third. Did I say that? Probably just did. Different words. So and I'm saying that because we're going to do 2 rows, so I might just do the 2 rows and then come back. So now we're back to 4 beads, see? We're going to go into, take our inner thread and go into the next bead, which would be this one. And work our way around. So from here it's just 1 extra bead on our thread, cord, monofilament. You know, we're adding 1 to the outer and then crisscrossing through the next. It's time consuming, but it's not really that hard, you know. It's time consuming. And here's the thing, you can always, as frustrating as it is, you can always take it apart and start over. Okay, so that's what we're going to look like. We're back to 4 beads. I have to tighten that because it's not, something isn't working here. There we go. So just go 1, 1, 1, all the way around, and we'll come back and I'll come back to join it again just so you know for sure, and then do another add-on row, and then I'll come back when we have to do different beads. So work on that and I'll be back. Okay, so I wanted to bring you back because it looks like it's not the right bead because it's pointing down, but it is the right bead. So just remember that as you're going along. It's going to be slanted down, not straight up and down, but slanted down because of the position of the beads. Alright, that's all I wanted to say. Now I'll be back when I'm done with this row and show you what it looks like, and then we'll do another add-on row. I'll be back. Okay, so when you get to the end of this row, it's going to look off, but it's the same as the last row. Just count your beads on the top. You should have 11 beads. Because these are going to be slanted, so it's going to look off. But you're still going to go through your bottom the bead from your previous row and up the side. And then you're going to crisscross between another bead. So, through another bead, sorry. Then we're going to do another add-on row. And then we're going to switch beads. Uh-oh. Lost my bead somehow. There it is. So this is what it should look like as soon as I get this done here. Kind of looks like the top of a bottle or the bottom of a light bulb. See? So you should have 12 all the way on the, you know, if you count them, you should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's do our first stitch for our add-on, and we're always going to add 2. And then crisscross through a third. And then all the remaining stitches after are going to be 1 bead and then crisscross through another. So, pause me, and I will be back when I'm done with this row. And you'll be done with yours too. I'll be back. Okay, so this is what we have at the end of that row. So now we're moving on to 6mm beads. See how sparkly they are? I mean, they're plastic, but they sparkle really nice. So I don't know if you could see that on the camera, but alright, so we're just going to do an add-on row of 6mm beads. And just doing the same thing like we did with the 4mm. I think these are 6mm. Yeah, those are 8. Okay. So we're just going to add our 2 6mm beads and crisscross between a third.